Hi, Stephen here from Son of an Ocean Wave, and this is day 5 of the November daily draws. So let's see what message we get today, and I'll be taking the first card from the Forest of Enchantment Tarot, followed by an Oracle card from the Forest of Enchantment Oracle. So let's choose our first card and get the reading underway. Okay, here we go. We have the Six of Visions, or, this is usually the title of this card in other decks, the Six of Cups. And this is about remembering things of long ago, fun times, time with friends. She's reading here beside a tree, beside the river. Somebody's, having a boating trip along the river here. And this little imp or gnome or whatever that sat on the mushroom, is she reading to him? All these simple, playful things that we used to do as children. Because she's got a fey person here. So, all this sort of fairy tale type things, maybe that's what she's reading. And they're messing about on the river. I love the fact that the owl is watching. There's a little door here. All these little things to explore. But I think really the Six of Cups is about fun times of when we enacted imaginative games. The boat on the river reminds me a little of the Wind in the Willows story. So it's all it brings back all that kind of memory, of nostalgia, of the past. And so we may be reflecting on that, thinking about that today. We may be having a time of looking back and remembering good times that used to be. And perhaps we think about them with a bit of sadness because those times have passed. We don't seem to have that in our lives now. Sort of like a longing for that experience again. That nostalgic sort of trip down memory lane. And as I always say, that memory lane is a place that's good to visit and have a walk down, but we're not to buy a house and move in and live there. We're not supposed to dwell in the past. We can have fond reminiscence of the past, but we're not to dwell there. We're to, deal with what we're dealing with now. And also, to me, when this card comes up, it's do something fun now that we can look back on later. Do something in the here and now that gives you a similar good feeling. Won't necessarily be the same thing because, we've grown up, we've moved on, we've, got different lives. But something that we know will give us that good feeling and that playful feeling almost. No matter what our situation, and our situation could be, really of a struggle at this moment. But even in those times, let's find time to escape from that, just for a moment, not permanently. We're not to try and escape from reality by moving into fantasy if only we could. But just for a time, get lost in a book if that's what you enjoy, or a film. If a movie is better, if you're not a reader, you prefer movies, or do something that gives you that sense of almost wonder and playfulness. And dare I say, enchantment. This is the Forest of Enchantment deck. So, just what I feel the Six of Visions or Cups is bringing to us. Yes, maybe it's saying that it's okay if you're thinking about things in the past, that's okay. But remember, the past is the past. And we need to live in the now and move towards the what's next. But we can learn from that, and we can take some of that energy, that sort of say, some of that feeling we had, and put it and express it some way in the here and now. We can't copy the past. We can't try and recreate it, because sometimes we try and do that and it just isn't the same. It just doesn't work because it belongs in the past. It's not for now. But we can do similar things. They're not the same, but similar, that have that same feeling around them. That, as I say, in the future, we can look back onto the now and remember what we did with that same fondness as we in the now look upon the past. Because sooner or later, our now will become our past as we move forward. So, create more memories, good memories, and enjoy it as you're doing it, to make you feel good, to lift you perhaps out of the struggles and difficulties of life that we have from time to time. Let it give you a momentary bit of escape, perhaps to refresh you, to enable you to come back into the now and deal with what you need to deal with fresh insight, with a more positive outlook and determination to make the best of yourself and your situation. Okay, let's see which oracle card we get. And as I shuffle these, I've recorded the month ahead spread for this month. And one of the cards had several doors on it. You'll see if you watch it. And it's just occurred to me that this deck, on the back of the cards, has a door. So maybe there's a link with the oracle cards there. I don't know. It's just interesting that I've just noticed that. And if you watch the month ahead spread for this month, as well as the review for last month, as I say, one of the cards for the month ahead spread for November has a set of doors on it. And I've just noticed that the oracle card has, on the back, has a door on it. So, and we have trolls. Yes. We all know about online trolls, don't we? Don't feed them. And that gives me a sense here of what this card's about. Is don't feed the trolls. Don't, there will always be people that will criticize. There will always be people that want to start and stir up trouble and an argument. We don't have to play their game. We don't have to take part in that. And that's what's, that's what's known as not feeding the trolls, is we don't play their game. We don't take the bait. We don't interact with them sufficiently, because that's what they're after, the attention, isn't it? They're after the attention. Troublemakers. people trying to cause arguments, wasted energy on dealing with things like that, when they're more simple, more joyful things that we can be involved in, as what the Six of Visions is about, reminding us of. Don't waste your energy on these kinds of things, but create good, positive memories instead. And that is the message of the cards today. Okay, so that's today's message. I'll be back tomorrow with day 6. Until then, thank you for listening. Take care, everyone, and I'll see you all again very soon. Okay, bye-bye.